intervention to enhance professional growth. Let us all give us a round of applause for Ms. Sunita Bhuyan.
Vakratunda Mahakaya Suryakoti Samaprabha Nirvighnam Kurme Deva Sarvakareshu Sarva Sani dhani re ga ma re ga sa ni dhani sani dha ma dhani re ga ma pa re ga sa. A very good evening to all of you. Music, apart from being a great entertaining platform, has got to profound benefits on the mind and body. Music travels from the source via the sound waves, and as soon as it reaches the mind of the listener or the brain sends signals to different parts of the body. And as we graduate or evolve from hearing to listening, our body starts producing the feel-good hormone called endorphins. And this is the context of music therapy. Hence, as an aesthetic medium for entertainment, I'm sure we don't have to tell anyone the benefits of music, but therapy is scientific, has been tried out in various hospitals, clinics across the world. And why music? And why are we doing this session today in the midst of this so meaningful program on skills and employability and sustainability within the Northeast and all of India? Because at the key of every student's development, the key to every youth's progress starts with mental health. And like they say that 60% of medical problems across the world are related to the mind. But we don't treat the mind as an organ of the body. We look at it as a metaphysical object. But the brain is as normal as all our organs in the body. We're so worried about cardiac health, about our heart, about our liver, about our stomach, about our gut. But seldom do we think that our brain also has got may get degenerated, may need help, may need medication, may need counseling, may need tender loving care. Hence, to break the myth of mental health is extremely important before we start on the journey or embark on a journey of skilling and preparing our youth for Amrit Kal for the next 25 years. And some of the most powerful mediums of mental health can be music, art, dance, literature. The fine arts are called fine not to be for the classes, are called fine because they are really very, very soft and soothing on the senses. The violin is supposedly a Western instrument, but it can play all kinds of music. And why are we calling this session Creativity and Well-Being Through Music? The process of the brain to create something, it doesn't have to be music, to cook a beautiful dish at home, to create your very nice garden, to stitch something out together, to lay a beautiful meal for your family is also an art. And Gold Coast says the most fashionable people in the world are the ones who can cook for themselves. Any kind of engagement of the human mind and body that creates something new out of what we have in our hands is creativity. And the whole creative process enhances the mind and the brain to be agile, to to be healthy. In scientific terminology, it's called cognitive preservation. We had Miss Monica talk about well-being and beauty, of course. When endorphins flow in the body, when oxytocin flows in the body, when we do things with people whom we love, when serotonin flows in our body, dopamine flows in our body, we can arrest anti-aging, we can get natural collagen, we can also arrest the onslaught of Alzheimer's and many age-related syndromes. Hence, the weapon of choice that I have is the violin. And I'll show you how music is created and why do we link creativity with music. Why is Harvard also taking up courses with music? We had the USTM Vice Chancellor talk about music as a holistic learning module. All the music in the world is based on these 7 notes. And in the Western world, those notes are do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, do, ti, la, so, fa, mi, re, do. All music in the world, Indian, Western, classical, jazz, rock, folk, fusion, Assamese bihu. I don't know where the students disappeared. They were doing the bihu with me, but suddenly they're gone. They must have had a bus to catch. Any music under the world is based on these 7 notes, and hence they say music is the most powerful form of inclusion. And isn't the fight against exclusion that we have been fighting in the Northeast so many years? How is music created? These 7 notes, if you give to an expert, it's the world of expertise, right? So many fantastic speakers talked about domain knowledge, whether it's IT, technology, finance, science, medical science, artificial intelligence, engineering. It's all about domain. Domain is king, you must have heard it. And we are in an institution which talks about domain and its excellence. So whoever is here from IIT, thanks a lot for being the venue partner for this amazing event. If we give these 7 notes to a classical guru, his domain is the ragas. He or she would create a rag. Sare ga ma pa da ni sa sa ni da pa ma ga re sa. He would create a rag like this. Sare ga pa ma ga re ga pa ma ga sa pa ma re ma ga. Sare ga pa da ni sa ni da pa ma ga re ga pa ma ga ma re sa re sa. Rag Bilawal, a morning rag. What if these same 7 notes were given to a music director in Bollywood? Say Shantanu Moitra, let's see what he would create. 7 notes, there's nothing beyond these 7 notes. Sa re ga pa ma ga re ga pa ma ga. Sa pa ma re ma ga. Sa pa ma re ga ma ga. Sa ni sa re. Re ga ma ga. Kya ye bole janu na. Can you guess the song? Jiya dole. Hale hale kyun ye dole janu na. Sa pa ma re pa ma sa pa ma re pa ma. Well, that was, yes, I've never done a workshop anywhere in my life where the audience hasn't clapped after the first song. So, thank you for making it worthwhile. Well, this was a beautiful song composed with a lot of thought. What about a song in a cabaret? Will that have 7 notes? Sappa, dani sa ni da sappa, dani sa ni da pa re, re ga ma pa re, ga ma pa ma ga pa re, ga ma ga pa ga re sa. Which song is this? Nahi, 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 ye baatein hai purani. are also with the 7 notes. Now these two are different kinds of songs. One is a cabaret, one is a romantic song. It doesn't matter where we belong to, where we come from. What we do with our domain, how we communicate it, is what's going to drive our professional excellence. So no matter what kind of skills we imbibe, the kind of knowledge we gain, the way we express ourselves to our colleagues, to the world, to our customers, is going to determine our existence. Even songs which have got no meaning have got 7 notes. Sariga sare re papa, sariga sare re, sariga sare re papa, sa sare sa ni sa sa. Boli to kaisi hogi hai sa pa dha 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 re ni sa sa sa. Hai re hai, hai re hai. Even Munna Bhai song has got 7 notes, and not just songs in Bollywood. Even Hollywood movies have got 7 notes. Tell me which song this is. Sa 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 ni sa, sa sa ni sa re ga re, sa 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 ni sa pa. गाना बोलने से नहीं होता है, गाना गाने से होता है. Far across the distance and the spaces between us. Sudhir, students nahi hai bhai. So sad. But we have some people here. Sa 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 ni sa pa, sa re sa pa ma ga re ga ma ga re sa ni sa. My heart will go on and on. Sa re ga re sa re pa ga pa dha pa ga re tha ni sa re da pa ga sa sa ni sa re ga re sa. I haven't been trained in Western music. My son is a Western pianist. I have never been trained, but I have been trained in one domain of Indian classical music. So the deeper the depth, the wider the expertise. I'm not saying I'm a great singer or a great violinist, but training in one discipline in depth. When I asked my mother, when can I stop playing this rag Bilawal? So boring to play the same rag. She said, you do not stop playing a rag. You keep developing it, discovering it, trying it out over and over again, and you discover various facets of the same rag. Hence, they say, deeper the depth, wider the expertise. And what do businesses want today? We want to create more with less. We have the same talent. We want to skill ourselves further to deliver more for the world. Hence, music, the 7 notes, the way we create them across genres, only 7 notes, but hundreds and thousands and millions and trillions of melodies are being created with the 7 notes, because there is a structure that we follow. There is a theory that we have studied. There is an SOP, a standard operating procedure, every time we do a musical setup. And music is as much a science as much as it's an art. Hence, it's used for creativity. And creativity enhances our brain cells, creates better cognitive preservation. On that note, I'd like to end this section with a highlight piece. It's a Mozart. क्या हमने Mozart सीखा है? बिल्कुल नहीं. I have learned violin from my mother, who taught me only Indian classical music. No matter what language we speak, which part of the world, village we are from, we don't have to be in the Ivy League to do well in life. We need to have the intent to learn, to communicate, and to represent our skills in the best insightful way that we can. Only then can the skill initiative be successful, when students have got calm and composed minds, good mental health, a sense of wanting to learn, and a need to express themselves to the world and to the need of the hour. So Mozart with the same Rag Bilawal. Let me see if you can guess this piece. Sa ni sa re ga pa ma ga re, sa ni sa re ga pa ma ga re, sa ni da pa ma da pa ma ga re ma ga re sa ni sa re. that was Mozart. Well, that was the second thing about music that we discovered today. Everyone knows music is entertainment. We learnt about music, therapy, and creativity. Well, this workshop is usually 2 hours old, 2 hours long. I'm trying to do it in 10 minutes. The third very profound lesson of music or the arts that we must imbibe with our students, youth, executives, leaders, board members, and rulers of nations, that art teaches us the best lesson of working together. The orchestra is the strongest metaphor to learn about leadership, working together, working for a larger goal, working with the small and big pieces together, working with differences, working with all kinds of languages. We have today leather, wind, because my keyboardist didn't arrive, so we have Jogen here. Clap बजाइए भाई, तब से sound check, आधा घंटा आपको sound check में सुनाया, तो clap बजाइए. Dibbajuti on the tabla. Music also teaches us innovation and adaptation. Because we had a short session, we used the table for the tabla. I didn't sit on the platform because we had to do it fast. So music teaches us, or the engagement of the orchestra teaches us lessons of working together, the art of partnerships. It's so nice to say, let's start a joint venture. I'm sure after this conference, so many of us will get together, so many entities will get together to start ventures, grow together. But jab tak art nahi hoga in the relationship, when both sides of the ventures are not maintaining their entities, they will not be able to deliver the best, and we won't be able to create that synergy. Hence, a new offering can only be created when a partnership is artistic, not just a partnership of domains. Hence, along with domain, a leader needs to have the art of working with people, working with differences, working together, and working for the larger cause. And we did Bollywood, Hollywood, we did Mozart and Rag Bilawal. Where does Assam and its music stand with the music of the world? What is inclusion? Inclusion is not doing Assamese Bihu in Assam and Scottish folk in Scotland. Inclusion is all working together. When we keep working in different silos, we are all different then. Can Assamese Bihu and Rajasthani folk work together? Can Assamese Bihu and Scottish folk work together? Of the bihu, ni saga saga ma ga ma pa ma pa ni sa ni pa ni pa ma ga sa ga ma ga sa ni pa ni sa ga ma ga sa ni sa ga sa. But why can't a bihu artist also play in Scotland, and why can't Scottish musicians also play? It is one world. Like love is universal, humanity is universal, music is universal, and we are all working towards Vasudeva Kutumbakam. The G20 values is water, nature, future, and one world. So culture will connect. And I urge all the entities here, Sudhir and the team, Kalyanji, I can't see him anywhere here, that creative economy, the cultural economy, can actually really contribute towards the larger economy. Only then will we get the circular economy the United Nations is working for. Hence, if people's hearts, cultures, their art and music can support the economy, and why not? We all are earning our livelihoods through music, through the arts, and there are so many. We can be an integral part of the larger economy. Thank you, thank you, thank you. निर्लज भाव से बहती हो क्यों, इतिहास की पुकार करे हुनकार, इतिहास की पुकार करे हुनकार। ओ गंगा की धार निर्बल जन को प्रबल संग्रामी, समग्र ग्रामी बनाती नहीं हो क्यों। दिव्य ज्योति के लिए तालियां हो जाए। There was a question earlier that can I make arts my career? दिव्य ज्योति के फादर भी बड़े तबला प्लेयर थे डिगबॉय के। दिव्य ज्योति has learned only classical music. जो हमने पहले सीखा है कि फाउंडेशन, सर जब गेस्ट चीफ गेस्ट आ जाएंगे बता दीजिए, जब when the foundation is strong, you can do all kinds of work in your own subject. Dibya Jyoti ne khali classical sikha. He only learned classical all his life since he was 8 years old. But today, Dibya Jyoti plays with me in jazz concerts in Dubai. He plays with me in folk concerts in Bombay. He plays with me in classical concerts. That's the power of knowledge. The deeper the depth, wider the expertise. ये तो sound check हो रहा है. तो दिव्य ज्योति অকমান কিবা এটা বজাই দিয়া, মোৰ বোৰ্ডাল অকমান ৰেডি কৰিব আছে। और कल हमारे पूरा बैंड था हमारे साथ। आपने देखा जोगेन था फ्लूट में। लेकिन ये सेशन जो है आज का सेशन है was a request from Kalyan ji, who I think is the universal IS officer who is a friend for everyone. We had Archana ji claiming that he's a friend, and today I must tell you, I came here for Sudhir to do the panel, but I'm playing today here because of Kalyan ji's genuine request that we'll have a hall full of children today in the evening. So we are here. We don't have our orchestra, our team today, Kalyan ji. Flute, keyboards नहीं है आज, क्योंकि कल थे वो लोग. लेकिन आज energy के साथ ही हमको कुछ पेश करना पड़ेगा. Violin teaches us a lot of motor skills. Hence, अगर आपके घर में गिटार है, फ्लूट है, तबला है, वायलिन नहीं है तो हमको फोन कीजिए. I'll try and send you a violin. जब एक instrument, when we play an instrument, it develops our motor skills. Because violin is two instruments. One, and then the bow. A lot of times we don't understand the importance of our mentors, of our supporters, of our enablers. The bow is the biggest enabler for me to play the violin. Bow से ही आवाज आती है. Violin बजता है एक हाथ से, लेकिन bow से उसका tone, उसका speed, its quality, its richness comes from the bow. वाह, वक्रतुंडा महाकाया सूर्यकोटि समप्रभ निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देवा सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा. A warm welcome to Honorable Minister Sir, to Ankurji, Director Sir of IIT. This was an invocation to Lord Ganesha to bless us all this evening at the valedictory function of Rising Northeast, presented by IndiGlobal, ASDM, Government of Assam, and being hosted in this iconic, epic institution, Indian Institute of Technology, Guwahati. Sangeet jo hai is not just a medium of entertainment. There are two profound benefits of music. And sir, today I'm here not as a musician, as an educationist, as a practitioner who wants that along with skills, along with industry, along with the various offerings that we are trying to develop in our youth and our students, at the core, we start with the mind and mental health, emotional well-being, so that every student tomorrow is ready to take on the challenges, the adversities, the diversities that the world throws at them when they start working. Manochik Saistoy is the most important part for students' development. So that's, आप बजा सकते हैं एक ताली, आपने इतना ताली बजाया मिनिस्टर जी आने के पहले, अभी क्यों नहीं बजा सकते? Music has a profound benefit on the mind and body. Sound travels to the sound waves from the source, reaches the mind. And as soon as the mind hears a piece of music, it starts sending signals to the body via the nervous system. And that's when we produce endorphins, which is the hormone that gives us happiness. Hence, happiness is scientific. Along with happiness, if we can be kind and helpful and nurturing, we have two more hormones in the body, oxytocin and serotonin, which helps us to deal with stress. This is the context of music therapy used across hospitals, and I urge all educational institutions to use the therapy of music, art, and dance. India's 75 independence celebration. It's been a privilege to be part of that in various countries outside of India, in cities outside of Assam. And to march towards Amrit Kal, this is a tribute to our country. Music from the mountains, the rivers, the deserts, and music from our own land, which is Bihu. And do you know, all the music, Jimanami Bojam, next few minutes, all the world of music is based on 7 notes, whether it's classical, rock, jazz, pop, Bihu, Bhangra, Celtic, item numbers of Bollywood, Hollywood, Bollywood. Hongitot hat sore ase, and it's the biggest lesson of equality, inclusion, and coming together of different tones together. Bharat Darshan in Rag Desh, a tour of India, jot amar ahomo ase. So that's my offering of including Assam with the mainstream. No longer looking east, sir, it's act east now. Bharat Darshan in Mishra Desh. Music from the mountains. Pahadi. Same notes, Saregama Padhani, Pahadi pra, ete ami Kirtan of Bengal le jam. Magama pa 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 pa. Magama pa 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 da pa da ma da pa da ma pa ga ma pa ni ni da pa pa da ma pa pa. Magama da 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 ni pa da ni sa ni da pa ma ga ma da 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 ni pa da ni sa ni da pa ma ga ma pa pa pa. From Bengal in the east to the deserts in the west, Ek Bharat, Shresht Bharat. Love is universal, humanity is universal, music is universal. Ho, 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 ho. Ah, ha, ha, ho, 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 ho. हो मैं तो लाज के मारी हो गई पानी पानी सब लोगों ने सुन ली मेरे प्रेम कहानी मुंह से बात निकल गई बात बात माँ चनन चूड़िया खनक गई देख साहिबा चूड़िया खनक गए हाथ माँ मोरनी बाका माँ बोले आधी रात माँ. From the desert in the west to northeast in Assam, भोलू का बाहों रे साव हाथ बिला कोकमान बिहू निस्नार कोकमान लगाओ या आँखी ओय मोयना ओय भोलू का बाहों रे ओय आँखी बताह बरखुने उन्दुलायानी से ओय ओय আমাকো নথবা রাখি. Let there be spring. Let there be spring always. Spring is here in April, right? অসমৰ বিহু পৰা গৈছো মহাৰাষ্ট্ৰৰ কলি সংগীত মই বম্বেত থাকো 22 বছৰ বহুত মৰম দিছে মোক মহাৰাষ্ট্ৰৰে তাতো সাৰেগামাই আছে সাসাৰে ৰে গা ৰে সাসাৰে ৰে গা ৰে সাসাৰে সাসাৰে come on let's do the dolkaras action मी डोलकारा 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 दर्याचा राजा मी डोलकारा 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 दर्याचा राजा घर पाण्यामध्ये बंदराला तू ये जा हो वल्लो रे नकवा हो वल्लो रे रामा वल्लो रे नकवा हो वल्लो रे रामा. Now let's move to South India. 1, 2. Sa 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 ni sa ga ma ga sa 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 ta la pudam sa. Thank you, thank you. Ahomot Hongit Kori, Jodi, we do not sing few lines together for the Bard of the Brahmaputra, Dr. Bhupen Hazarika, we wouldn't be doing justice to a musical stage. Vistar hai apar. For those who are not from Assam, Dr. Bhupenda asked the rivers and shouted to the rivers and said, why do you keep flowing when there's so much unrest in the world? Praja dono par. Kare hahakar, nishabd sada. O Ganga tum, O Ganga behti ho kyun? Ahomeyat sobe gabo lebo ekelage. Bistirna parare ahankya janare hahakar khunyu nishabde nirabe budhalui tumi budhalui bua kiya. मानवता नष्ट हुई नैतिकता भ्रष्ट हुई निर्लज भाव से बहती हो क्यों
इतिहास की पुकार करे हुनकार, ओ गंगा की धार निर्बल जन को हो प्रबल संग्रामी, समग्राग्रामी बनाती नहीं हो क्यों। Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Dibojiti Sangma, and the round of applause to the 7 notes of the Indian octave. I had no other musicians, I had the Tanpura, the 7 notes. Pranam and thanks to the 7 notes for supporting us today. And thank you to the wonderful audience. Kalyanji, thank you for inviting me to this wonderful forum. Thank you, Ankurji, for inviting me to this wonderful forum. Thank you. And of course, to IndiGlobal and Sudhir and Shrikant.